wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me.
What's up out there, friends and family? It is your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, coming to you again on a brand new Motivational Monday on this glorious Black History February month. Hey, if you're out there, for all my replayers, please give me about 30 seconds as I share this. Give me about a minute as I share this to all my outlets. I'm starting to see the eyes coming out there. If you would, please just say, holler at your boy. Say what's up. Let me know where you're from, and just give your boy a shout out, man. I'm looking forward to breaking this bread tonight. If you would, I see eyes starting to come on, man. Shout yourself out, man. I believe the earth, the hungry, going to inherit the earth. I love to see who the hungry are, and I'm so excited about being here today. We had a wonderful word yesterday on Bridging the Nations. It was very phenomenal. So if you have not watched that, go back and watch that, please. Hey, Tina, thank you for joining us. I see the eyes are starting to add up, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, man. Shout yourself out. Say what's up to the motivational teacher. And I'm sharing this as I speak to all my social media outlet. What's up, Ain't God? Thank you for joining us, bro. Out there on YouTube. Appreciate you joining us. Hey, Joy, thank you for joining us. And if y'all would y'all please share this to, share this, type names in the chat box. Please share it to groups that you are a part of. Tonight, let's really get this out here. Today, I want to talk about making your way prosperous. This is part 2, making your way prosperous. We're going to break this bread up today. Y'all give me about 30 more seconds as I'm sharing this to all my social media outlets. If y'all would, man, just while you're down there, man, go ahead and type some names in there while we're warming up right now. I got about 15 more seconds. If y'all would, just go ahead and start typing names down there, man. Go ahead and invite somebody. Be solution-oriented. We're going to talk about that a little bit tonight on making your way prosperous. Always want to be a part of the solution. Hey, Vaniqua, thank you for joining us again tonight out there on YouTube. And Vaniqua, I've been seeing you've been breaking bread. Hey, Charles, what's up, bro? Thank you for joining us. I am just about done. What's up out there, Periscope? Thank you for joining us out here today, too. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait to get into this Motivational Monday. Before I got on this Motivational Monday, I had my own little praise party. I was in here, man, and I lost myself. I lost myself for a moment, man. Sometimes, man, you got to encourage yourself. You got to see where you were and where you started to where you are now. Not where I want to be, not where I'm going to end up, but I got to celebrate these small wins as we're climbing, as we wage war on mediocrity. And most of it is not about the things that I see. It's more of the things that I don't see that I'm most excited about. And I'm challenging some of you all out there today to, man, I want you to wage war on mediocrity. I want you to celebrate. I want you to smile. I want you to pump yourself up. I want you to encourage yourself today and tell yourself how excited you are to be here and how prosperous you are and how blessed you are. And man, I ain't where I want to be, but I thank God I ain't where I used to be. That there is more in me than even I know right now. Because the whole time we're waiting to see God working on something we can see, just because we can't see it doesn't mean that He isn't working. I just broke bread. The great I am is awakening our I am, because I can't see it or I can't feel it, because it's not going the way I thought it should have gone, that I sit back and I doubt what's really going on in my life. And I had a moment about 30 minutes ago where, man, not only I'm gonna break bread. This don't have anything to do with what we're talking about tonight. This is called thank you for getting on here early, because I'm about to give you some bread before I get into the real bread. This is your appetizer, as Q would say. Hey, Angelique, thank you for joining us. This is the appetizer, as Q would say. Like there was a moment there where I lost consciousness of time and space, and all I could see is what I see. that not only did I see, I felt the masses. I felt the masses pulling. And see, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get into this word tonight. And the only way to get to that place to where you and your dreams and your imagination becomes one is that moment where you condense time and space. And 1,000 years are but a day, and a day is but 1,000 years. The moment when you hit that place is the moment where you're no longer looking for physical results because you already know you have them. That is an appetizer, a nugget for somebody out there today that was looking for confirmation that your gifting, your whatever that thing you've been trying to attract, whatever that thing you've been praying about, whatever that thing is you've been asking about. I want to let you know that it's not that he hasn't already given it to you. It's just that it got hung up in the cloud somewhere, and you got to tarry for a moment. And you got to wage war on mediocrity, and you got to open your level of belief up to a higher level to be able to receive it. Oh, I just broke bread. I just broke bread, ain't God. Man, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. I need somebody out there. I need somebody out there to go to that chat box. I want you to post that comment. I want all caps. I am attracting it, whatever your it is. Whatever your it is, I am attracting the masses for me. Whatever your it is, you need to go ahead and put it down there. I am attracting whatever it is. I done figured out this YouTube thing. I done figured out this Facebook thing. We're on a small delay, so I can't keep going until I see somebody got it. I got to see that somebody got it. I am attracting the masses. It's not if the masses are coming. It's like when they gonna get here. When is my level of attraction going to be strong enough to reel them on in? Come on, Joy. I am attracting it. Joy, take that it out there. What is your it? What is your it? You are attracting it. Whatever your it is, for me, it's the masses. I am attracting the masses. For me, it's a great marriage. I am attracting the marriage of my dream. For me, it's been a great father. I am attracting the father that resembles my heavenly father. I am attracting it. I am attracted being the best nurse. Come on, Vaniqua. I am 999 art collectors for the year. Come on, Angelique. I am attracting it. Come on, Tina. What's your it, Tina? What's your it? I am attracting. What's your it? Put it in the box, because this is the thing that's going to make your way prosperous. This is the thing that's going to put you before a great man. And that's a little appetizer, ladies and gentlemen. That's a little appetizer to get your juices flowing. I kind of want you to be sitting in the seat of expectation doing this motor. I told y'all, man, I just had a moment. I just had a moment. When I have moments like this, I know. Come on, Angelique. A loving, supportive spouse. I am attracting that. Come on. The moment, boy, I can't wait. Oh, I gotta get it. Come on, Lisa. I am attracting success. Facebook, y'all better wake up, man. YouTube wearing y'all out right now. I am attracting success. Tonight, man, I'm telling y'all, I'm about to run up out this room. Yeah, I know, man. I had one person send me a message talking about, man, who in the room with you? It's about how you have so much energy with nobody but you. I said, man, it's like fire shut up in my bones, because y'all think I'm talking to y'all, but I'm looking right back at me. I'm talking to me too. I'm a player / coach. Let's get into this tonight. Part 2. I am attracting being the best. Come on, I am attracting it. That's how you get there. And I'm talking about this series. This is Awaken Your I Am, episode 71. Making your way prosperous, part 2. And we're talking about how to meditate. We came from Joshua 1:9. This book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and you shall have good success. Part 1, I talked about don't let this law not depart from your mouth. We talked about how we speak. The second one, we're going to talk about we need to meditate in it day and night. Tonight, meditate. Come on, Charlotte. I am attracting an awesome ministry. Come on, man. That's how it's built, ladies and gentlemen. It's built from the inside out. We got to attract those things. We have to check this out. Make your way prosperous. Boy, I'm about to break bread. You have to make your way prosperous. He didn't say beg your way prosperous. He didn't say ask your way prosperous. He didn't say hustle your way prosperous. He didn't say cheat your way to prosperous. He said you have to make your way prosperous. How do I do it, motivational teacher? I told you last week. Watch what you speak. All of this is dealing with your humanity. All of this is dealing with your humanity. I'm attracting restoration with my children, abundance and wealth, and prospering in my purpose. Come on, Lisa Nicole. You just broke bread. And we all are looking to attract those things. Meditate in it. I told you we got to watch that tongue last week. Today, you got to meditate in it. That word meditate means to think deeply or focus. Stop right there. Come on and stop right there. To think deeply and focus. I really could spend the next 20 minutes on those two words, really, or three words. To think deeply or focus. My question to you, most of us want more out of life. Most of us want to do more out of life. My question is to you, what are we focusing on? What are you focused on? Because whatever my Aunt Chris would say, whatever you focus on will grow. What are you thinking deeply on? See, there are too many of us, man, come on, I grew up with a spirit of poverty. I mean, we had to borrow soap to take a bath at night from family members. There were times that I got off the school bus and our lights were off and we didn't have heat in the house. We grew up in that environment, and because I grew up in an environment, I always thought I had to keep my money in my pocket. And all the decisions that I made were based on me meditating on how broke I was, and that and how I said, man, I don't ever want to be broke again. I never had the mindset that I wanted wealth, or that I wanted prosperity, or that I wanted something more than what I had. I just only know that I didn't want to be broke. And all the long way, I had a job making $100,000 and I was still broke. Why? Because I could not attract anything that I was not. I still had that poverty mindset, and that was my focus. I was not focused on prosperity. I was just focused on not being broke. And by the way of my mindset, being focused on being broke, I attracted brokenness. I just broke bread. There's some of you all out there right now that every time you go to the doctor, you confess my diabetes. My diabetes messed up. My touch of the sugar messed up. You know, we're confessing that that belongs to us. And as long as we accept the belief that it belongs to us, we will never be able to outperform what we believe. And so our mindset or our focus is on our touch of the sugar. Our focus is not that I'm the healed of God, maintaining my health. Every cell in my body lines up with the word of God. We got to change our focus. Yeah. And we have to change how we deeply think. It says to think deeply or focus one's mind for a period of time. And for a lot of church folk, and for a lot of people, I'm gonna call them mere humans, that a period of time is usually what gets us. In our mind, a period of time is equal to one day. In our mind, a period of time is equal to the point where it becomes uncomfortable. A period of time is the time to where it gets to the place where it costs me more than what I'm willing to pay. Oh, motivational teacher, you just broke bread. Joy, that's right on time. I just broke bread. Most of us believe that our period is up when it costs us a little more than what I'm willing to pay. When I got to give a little more output than what I'm comfortable with. When I have to believe a little more than what I believed in the past. When I got to give a little more than what my pockets say I have. When my sacrifice has to determine the value of that thing. I'm breaking bread right now. This is going to be one for the ages. You better tell your mama and them to get on here. This is going to be one for the ages. I can tell, I feel it all deep down in my knower. It's the moment, that period of time is when I get right there and I give up because I feel that I can't keep going. It's that period of time, that the majority of the time, that gets us, because we have to adopt the same mind. I'm going to get into some steps tonight, but I got to set this thing up to help you understand and to help me understand that, yeah, I'm my problem, but at the same time, my awakened I am through the great I am my own solution as well. I just broke bread. I'm not looking for my mom or my therapist or my psychiatrist to answer my questions. There's nothing wrong with talking it out. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with talking it out. But at some point, I have to come in an agreement with me and who I am through the great I am. At some point in my life, I got to come to the conclusion that I can do all things through him who strengthens me. At some point, I have to come to the conclusion that I can't compare the comparison gap. That the comparison gap, when I compare myself based on what Les Brown has done, or I compare myself based on what E.T. has done, or come here, Elisha, I compare myself to what Elijah has done, or come here, Joseph Brothers, or I compare myself to Joseph's lot in life. And what that comparison gap does, it causes us to give in to that period of time. I think it should be this way by now. And the great I am who's awakening your I am said, I have called you to much more. Your pruning process must go a little longer so you can withstand the glory that I'm going to put on your head. I'm breaking bread right now. Goodbye, lukewarm, passive living. You don't belong in my life. Bye-bye, holler. I'm moving toward, somebody better put that on there. I am moving toward greater. Somebody post a comment. I am moving toward greater. Today we're talking about awakening your I am. I am moving toward greatness. Make your way prosperous. You got to meditate in this. And I am not talking about this old religious meditating. Oh, I got to get in this, but I got to read. Come on, Charlotte, correct me if I'm wrong. Like a lot of these religious people, I gotta read the Bible in 365 days. Nobody who wants to read the Bible in 365 days, other than people that says I want to read the Bible in 365 days. That's the only purpose you want to do it so I can say I did it. But I'm asking you not to think as a religious person or not to think as the world that I'm moving toward greatness, man. I'm telling you, it's something out there for hungry people. I am moving toward greatness. And I don't care what your current circumstance look like. I don't care what your bank account look like. I don't even care how your body feels. I'm telling you right now that is a part of you moving toward your greatness. Don't shun the period of time. Well, I didn't know I had to go through all this. You don't know how that's connected. It's all about you meditate in that word day and night. You got to meditate. You got to meditate in that thing for a period of time. Come on, man. I'm going to break bread in a minute. You got to meditate. I'm not talking about one as the pagan do. I'm not even talking about this spiritual stuff. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about that you have to get in and grab you one word from God. You have to grab you one word from the great I am and meditate on it. Meditate on it day and night. Meditate on it. That I'm sitting in it so long that me and that, you've heard me say it before, that me and this word has become one. I know right now whatever it is in your life, you got to meditate on it. And you gotta, I'm gonna talk more about this in later on, the benefits of meditating, but you have to meditate in that thing. You have to block time out of your schedule. You have to be this intentional that you put thinking time in your schedule or meditation time in your schedule. Because this thing that you gotta sit there, you gotta the master blueprint for it is on the inside of you. You gotta make your way prosperous. Make is a verb. I just broke bread. Believe is a verb. That's something you have to put your hands to. There's something you have to set your mind. You have to set your mind to. You have to meditate on it day and night. You want to know the moment? Yeah. Nothing changes until you change. The moment where you and that thing becomes one is the moment where you become unstoppable. I said it yesterday on Bridges the Nations. Why have a form of godliness but deny the power? Most of us have a form of godliness, but we're denying the power. See, we can't make our way prosperous with just, I can quote 97 scriptures, or I know this much about God, or Jehovah Jireh is my provider. That stuff is all good, ladies and gentlemen. But my thing is, have you meditated in it day and night? Have you made your way prosperous? See, most of us, I'm going to break bread, man, because human nature, when I say most of us, human nature is that I can only sustain, whether it's positive thinking, I can only sustain if somebody's a smoker and they say, okay, I'm going to stop smoking today. Most people can't sustain past that first 24 hours. Most people can't really, oh, I'm going on a diet. January 1, all these New Year's resolutions, most people didn't make it to January 5 with that New Year's resolution. The question is, why motivational teacher to the masses? The question is because they were not meditating in it day and night. Anything you want to change in your life, like, listen, man, I was so broke for so long because I only tried to run away from brokenness, and I found myself sitting in the seat of brokenness most of my life. It wasn't until the point where I started being poor by purpose that prosperity started finding me, that I no longer cared about the things. Like, I always wanted a big car, I wanted a Navigator, I always wanted a big house, and I just wanted those things. I was willing to go into debt to get it. I would put my name on a mortgage and know I didn't have the money to be in a position so I could have those things, because in my poverty mindset, those things signified to the world that I had wealth. Although I still had the same poverty-stricken mindset. It wasn't until I started renewing this mind. It wasn't until I met Dave Ramsey and I meditated in Dave Ramsey day and night. I just broke bread for some of y'all. I just broke bread for some of y'all, because some of you all don't know what to meditate in. I'm gonna break bread. And when it say motivational teacher to the masses, how do I meditate in it day and night? See, I'm about to make this plain for somebody. Somebody is about to be released today. These are kind of words that they don't want to go across the airways, so I expect interference. Why? Because these are life-changing words. These are life-changing words. When it says to meditate in it day and night, that refers to that I'm not changing my mindset as it relates to this thought, as it relates to me thinking deeply, as it relates to me focusing. I am not changing my thought. I am not changing my thought as it relates to me motivating the masses. I'm not changing that thought. I'm not changing the thought of me not being wealthy. I can't change that thought. I meditate in it day and night to the fact that where me and that thought and that feeling becomes one. You got to meditate in that. I don't care that my thought is not determined by what I see. My thought is determined by my meditation. I just broke bread right there. I just broke bread right there. You must be steadfast in what you believe. Come on, Q. I just broke bread right there. I meditated so long day and night that my reality is not what's real, but my meditation is more real than my reality. That this book of this law does not depart my mouth. When I said you were more than a conqueror, that's what he meant. And since I'm more than a conqueror, I can't take my mindset away from I'm a conqueror. I know I'm laying in the bed, COVID stricken. I know we go through hard time. I know life gets in the way. Trust me on this. I know life gets in the way, and life for you ain't been no crystal stair. But I got to be steadfast on my mindset that I have to meditate that I'm in more than a conqueror. I have to meditate that all these things will he give unto me. I have to meditate in it. I know right now we $5 short at the end, $5 short at the end of the month, and we ain't got the money. But I gotta meditate, and that all my needs are met according to his riches and glory in heaven. I have to meditate in that I can make my way prosperous. We have to meditate in this thing. I lack no good. I guarantee you, I said 100 times a day, I lack no good thing. I'm meditating on it. And anything in my life that doesn't look like a good thing was not meant to be there. And I do not accept that as real. Why? Because I meditate on good things for too long. I just broke bread. Motivational teacher to the mass. You only got 8 eyes. How do you sit here and go like that? Because I done meditated. The masses are coming. But gift has to be proven right now. You can't separate it. I've been meditating day and night. Me and this word, we're one. And the moment you become one, your reality is not what you see. Your reality is what you know. I just broke bread right there. You got to make your way prosperous so that you can have good success. If it was easy, everybody would have it. It would be 95% of the people able to walk around with above average, but narrow is the way. Narrow is the way. It was never meant for it to be a 4 lane to get the success. It was never meant to be a 4 lane to walk out your purpose and your gift. It was meant to be a trail. Narrow is the way. And that's why when you're going through things and people are talking down and telling you how you not fit for the kingdom and how you can't do this, don't worry about what they say. You just understand narrow is the way, and not everybody you come into contact with you is going to support the narrow way because they're too busy looking for like everybody else. In order to be successful and to be impactful, you got to be able to walk away from the crowd. You will never be as successful as you can be if you are following the crowd. Narrow is the way. If you're trying to go the way that most popular with men, and that's why I talked about it, that comparison gap where you're comparing yourself to somebody else is a slippery slope because now you're starting to widen the way. It's narrow. It's narrow. And trust me like this, the great I am, God made it that way. For a specific purpose that if you're going to get this, you got to want this. If you're going to get this, it's going to cost you something. You can't put your hands to the plow and look back. You're not fit for the narrow way. And it's too many of us want to take all of our baggage down the narrow path, and your I am, you will not maximize who you are until you're willing to leave lot behind you. You got to walk away with it. Come on, Q. We're birthing greatness. The eyes that were ordained to be here are here. Like Q said, we're birthing greatness. And like I said, narrow is the way. I'd rather have 8 men that are thoroughly immersed than to have 888 lukewarm individuals. Come on, man. Y'all saw 300. It talked about it. If they're looking down at the water while they're drinking, David, send them on back to the house. You don't need what you think you need in order to make your way prosperous. See, some of us think we need so much. All you need is the jawbone of a donkey, and you could take down a whole army. You don't need what you think you need. You just need a set mind on who you are and what you're willing to sacrifice in order to get it. Narrow is the way. Boy, I'm breaking bread right now, right here. Oh, I feel like stopping right now and playing this back for myself. Man, I can run up out this room. Narrow is the way. I like this one. Delight yourself in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth meditate on it day and night, and you shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of living water that bring forth fruit in his season. Your leaf shall not wither, and whosoever shall do it will prosper. I love that because we're looking out here for a river of living water. We're looking, and all that speaks to is nourishment. If you meditate on the right things and you keep the right mindset, everything that you need, you will be like a tree planted by the rivers of living water. And you will bring forth fruit in what? In your season. Stop looking at an oak tree if you're a pine tree and say, oh my God, the oak tree is bigger and stronger and I grow much faster. But in the end, stop looking at the pine tree and your oak tree and comparing your journey to the pine tree. Enjoy your race. Embrace the process. I know right now, man, I got to break bread. I know right now, you might not feel like this, that God and that the great I am is strengthening and awakening your I am, but this is the part of the process of making your way prosperous. You're right where you're supposed to be. Stop whining and complaining about what you don't have. You take that stick You take the jawbone of that donkey, you take the float axe head, whatever you got in your hand, you take it and you throw it down and you use it for whatever purpose it has been given to you. You got what you need. Stop looking for all the, well, they said I gotta have this. They looking for the wide way. Your way is narrow. It takes an unwavering mindset. That means you must meditate in this day and night to watch. Come on, man, to write the vision, make it plain, and run with it. Narrow. That's all that says, that it's narrow. It's narrow. God could have chose anybody else to do what he put you on earth to do, but it's narrow. And without you connecting the dots to where you're supposed to be, ladies and gentlemen, I'm lost. Some other people are lost. You got to make your way prosperous so you can have good success. It's not falling in your lap. It's not going, it was never meant to be easy. My son, greatness demands everything. Narrow is the way. I wonder why it gotta be so hard. It shouldn't be so narrow. Is the way. Suck it up, buttercup, and understand that this is part of my journey to greatness. It's gonna cost me some things along this way, but narrow is the way. I meditate in it day and night, and whatsoever I do shall prosper in the right season. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and he and I was just chopping it up. We hadn't talked in a long time. And he started a new company. I'm not going to tell the name of his company or anything because some of y'all might be able to figure it out. But he started a new company. And his new company was just starting to get off the ground. It was doing excellent. Had a phone call from the IRS about a tax bill with companies that he owned in another state 7-8 years ago. And the IRS hit him for a large sum of money. And he went from being up here to like, man, now I'm back struggling, trying to make it. And as I was listening to his story, it helped me to understand what he was meditating on. He said, if I did it one time, if I stooped down with worn out tools and built this company, I can do it again. And he said, Aunt, it won't stop me. Yeah, it set me back, but it can't stop me. He said, I will rebuild it again. And as I was sitting there listening to him talk, and I'm talking about these are large sums of money up in the hundreds, high hundreds of thousands of dollars that he had to pay that cost him everything. But right now at the bottom, he said, I will rebuild it stronger. It tells me about his mindset. He wasn't complaining on what had just happened. He wasn't trying to give his side of the story. He wasn't trying to say the IRS is crooked. He wasn't trying to say that his lawyer was crooked. He said, I will stoop back down and rebuild it all back up. He was giving his focus and attention to the things that he can change. That tells me he's on the narrow way. I remember, man, myself. I remember myself when I was given 1,300 pages of book for that series 7 test to be a stockbroker. I got no income. I got a big old car. I ain't got a man. I'm barely making, and I got to take 30 days just to study and hope they hire me. Narrow is the way, ladies and gentlemen. You have to become uncommon. It's too many of us want to blend in with the crowd. We got to make our mind up that I am going to be uncommon. I'm going to delight myself in the law of the Lord. Come on, man. Come on, Phaedron. There may be some setbacks, but it will not stop you. It's not your stop sign. It's not your yield sign. It's the sign that says it's time for me to double down because I'm almost at where I'm supposed to be. It's that time for me to double down. I've been in here 33 minutes. I ain't got one of these. Motivational teacher to the masses. What's the benefits on meditating day and night? Motivation teacher to the mass. You did all that talking, but what's the benefits? And this is Williams' translation. Trust me on this. The first benefit to meditate day and night is you become one with God's word. You become one. It increases your faith. Come on, Tina. Don't take me to another place. We're in this world, but we're not of it. We're in this world, but we're not of it. Become one The first benefit is you become one with God, with God's words, which increases your faith. Let me tell you why this is so important. I got to tell you why this is so important. And that's why I think a lot of people who even build success worldly are not happy. It's because they didn't get it the right way. I'm telling you right now, there's a place right now to where you can be as prosperous as you want to be and be happy doing it. I am so excited. I'm happy about what I do every day of my life. I'm happy about it. And this thing is going to make room for me. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, I do it for free. That's it. And I will pay for your content. And I mean, listen, if you have a seminar, I will pay for your seminar. And I'm just saying, look, my time has not yet come. But when it comes, God knows that I will be found faithful with the gift. He knows that I don't do it for the money. I do it because this is what I've been called to do. I don't do it for the fame. Although fame is coming, I don't do it for the fame. I do it because this is like fire shut up in my bones. You got by meditating in it day and night, it gives you confidence. It gives like meditating gives you evidence. It's your evidence. It's your substance of things hoped for. It's your evidence of things not seen. It's that meditation. As you meditate and you start living out of your imagination. Meditation, come on, man. Faith with the gift. That's what it does. I mean, if you spend time in your imagination with that thing, you can't picture your life without it. And the moment you get to that place, you attract it all. You attract it all. It's that moment where you become one. You got to understand that as a human, like we're all flawed. We've all done some things. Setbacks makes for a greater comeback. Come on. Even Jesus went into the wilderness. Who we'd expect not to have it? Say that again, Q. You got to think about it, man. Like this whole meditation practice, like sitting back and focusing on not where I am. I'm focused on what he made me. And there's so many of us have done so many things in our life. Sometimes we think it's impossible that God would use me for such a great task. Because of all the things I've been through, it sometimes make us feel like we can be, you listen to a lot of these church songs, they'll tell you this, they'll make you feel unworthy of the call or unworthy of the great I am, awakening your I am. And a lot of times, that time in meditation is not necessarily for us to build our faith in God, but for God to build our faith in us. I just broke bread right there. We are the broken link in the chain. If we can get that us fixed, we can connect the internal and the external, but it's connected by us getting the right mindset. It's connected by us having the right mindset. And by becoming one, what's up, Pat? Thank you for joining us. By us becoming one with the word, that connects the missing. Let this mind that be in Christ be all. I don't mean, you don't do these spiritual, but let's get to it. Let this mind that be in Christ be also in you. That's that missing link. That's the piece that pulls you from talking in the temple at 12 to now 30, you're on your destiny. That's the piece that gives you from being this poverty-stricken kid from Waverly, Alabama in the red clay to now speaking in an international speaker and a trainer / coach for a Fortune 100 company. It's that link of me and him becoming one. It's that link of me subduing my mindset to what the great I am believes it should be. Oh my God, I just broke bread. I got to subdue what I thought I needed to what he's already gave me. That's the moment. That's the moment where we start transposing time and space. That's the moment when you see, I'm going to use this, Elisha running with chariots, outrunning chariots. It's that moment where man, come on, man. This is some good stuff right here. It's that moment where I accept that I no longer have human limitations to what he said I should be doing. That's the moment I realize that, man, I'm made in his image. I'm made in his likeness. That there are no limitations. Anything I lack in my life, I can grow. I am connected to the source. So if I'm connected to the source, I have every resource available to me. That's the moment where I start believing that who I've been was not who I really am. Oh my goodness, that's a whole nother motivational Monday. What they know me as is not who I am. I see my aunt, they used to call me Little Tony. Little Tony, Little Tony. Who they know me as Little Tony, God sees me as a giant. He sees me as a giant. So what I was is not who I am. And I don't judge myself by what I was. I judge myself by what I am to come. Oh my God, I just broke bread right there. He that has an ear, let him hear what I'm saying. That we got to move. Meditation, becoming one with God's word, it allows us to move beyond me. Me is my only problem that I have in my life. It's me. It's me, oh Lord, standing. It's me. I'm the only challenge that I have to overcome to eat the good of the land. It ain't my boss. It ain't my mama. It ain't my daddy who left me when I was young. It's not my grandmama who didn't hug me. It ain't my job that hates me. It ain't because I got this pretty brown skin. It's not because of who I married. It's me, oh Lord. It's me. And meditating in God's word gives us the ability to move past me. I just broke bread. Number two, yeah, I own the results of my life. Because the moment you begin to own them is the moment you can make whatever you want out of them. Come on, Vaniqua, break bread. Number two, discover your why. Man, I got to hurry up and get out of here. Discover your why. You have been put on earth to solve a problem. You have been put on earth to solve a problem. And whatever problem that is, meditation will help you understand what that problem is. The only reason I sit before you right now, my Aunt Jackie is on here, she'll tell you. It was 8 of us in a 3-bedroom trailer. It was 8 of us in a 3-bedroom trailer. My aunts left and went to the University of Alabama. And if you saw most of us who were living in this situation, they never would believe that somebody can come from here and go there. It was 8 of us in a 3-bedroom trailer. We had to rob Peter to pay Paul. It was all we could do just to get along. It was all we could do. But at the same time, you know, the gifts that I see my aunts walking in and the gifts that I see my sister walking in, they were all in that trailer. And it didn't look favorable. But man, I got to break bread. But I got to tell you, the moment you begin to understand who you are, you'll understand that your current situation cannot stop you. Once you figure out what you've been sent here to solve is the moment you become free indeed. I just broke bread. Some of us right now are tired of that 8 to 5. Oh my God, like my granddaddy hands. He worked. He had calluses all over his hands because he worked so hard. But I'm saying that I appreciate the work that my granddad did. And he helped us see the work ethic that it takes to make it. But I'm telling you, there's a better way. That we have to start working with our minds, and we're gonna have to work with our hands. But you got to think, the people that make the most money in the companies or in this world are not doing day-to-day work. They are making decisions. They are solving what? Problems. CEOs, the CEO of McDonald's is not flipping hamburgers. He's sitting in an office suite solving problems. The CEO of Pfizer with the whole new COVID vaccine, he's not on the ground distributing the injection. He made decisions about where to invest the money in order to see the vaccine through. And so many of us are so worried about putting our hands to something that we're leaving our minds dormant because that's all we've seen, that's all we know. I'm telling you, there is another way of doing it, but it's going to cause us to have to discover our why and understand what problem have I been sent here to solve. That's number 2. I can't keep doing this 8 to 5. Well, you're going to always do your 8 to 5 if you're not scheduling time to meditate. And guess what? You're working for someone that's making decisions up top, and you're fulfilling the bottom end work. Use your mind, and you be the person up top making the decisions. You affect more people. We're not caveman. Renew your mind. There's a better way. Come on, Q. Come on, Q. Part of my job is to help. I'm like, to illuminate what it can be. You don't have to sit back and just settle and think this is all I can have. This is all we can do. It's time to illuminate. Like you said, you're not a caveman. Change. Learn. I like Martin Luther King said, I did this. Learn, baby, learn so you can earn, baby, earn. If you're not learning, your earning potential is decreasing with every year. I'm going to do a Money Matters one night. If you're not getting another skill, if you're not going to seminars, then you are losing money every year. I'm breaking bread right now. That's why you got to start meditating to discover your why and understand what problem have I been sent here to solve. I just broke bread, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, Marcus. Don't run from what God wants to use you for. Come on, Vaniqua. Come on, Sheila, creative, imaginative. We got to use all of that stuff. But we've been told that I got to go to this plant or I got to go work this job, and you're working yourself to death. You're literally, my grandmother, I told you my grandmother died 2 to 3 days after she retired. I think it was from Morrison Cafeteria. She had no time to enjoy the fruit of her labor, had a heart attack. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, it's not meant for us to sit there and work our life away when you've been given a problem to solve. Start using your head. Meditate. Meditation will give you new thoughts and new solutions that you didn't even know of. Meditate. We got to learn from the past, or we will always repeat it. Just over broke. Boy, this is going to be one for the ages. Number 3, I told you, number 1, benefits to meditating day and night. Number 1, increases your faith. Number 2, help you discover your why. It gives you a problem. And then number 3, meditate, help you become solution oriented. It introduces you to your life work. It introduces you to your life's work. It's all in meditation. And the challenge for most of us, we're blowing and going most of our days that we never set aside thinking time, or we never set aside meditation time, and we're blowing and going, and we're just going through life on a hamster wheel, and we're wondering why 5 years passed and I haven't done anything more than what I did the last 5. Ladies and gentlemen, I refuse to live my life. And I'm just telling you about me. I refuse to live my life like a hamster on a wheel. My value to God and my value to this world is much greater than running around in a circle with no thought. My life is much greater than that. And most of us will not outlive the breath in our body because we're just blowing and going. It's the person that's able to stop, slow down, meditate, solve problems. Dr. Fauci just became a household name. I forgot the young lady's name that did the poem at the Super Bowl and that did it at the inauguration. Her life, Amanda Gorman, I think it is, her life is tremendously different because she chose not to run on the hamster wheel. Slow up, ladies and gentlemen. Slow up. Meditate. I think it was Denzel Washington that said, don't confuse movement with progress. Slow up. Slow up. Slow up. So you can make your way prosperous. You don't make your way prosperous by doing more. Like Mary said, when Jesus came, she was so busy, she didn't even have time to receive what he had for her because she was so busy and mad at Martha because she got it. Slow up. Slow up. You got to make your way prosperous. Making your way prosperous and having good success requires that you ignite your brain. Yeah, they want us to just shut up and dribble. And most of us has just been working and shutting up and not really thinking about what we're doing day to day. It's time to reignite your secret with your superpower, your secret weapon in here tonight, so you can make your way prosperous. Man, listen, I hate, and I know sometimes they say, I'm gonna tell you what they say about me. They say I'm arrogant. Yeah. They say that I don't care about the problems that people go through. They say I'm just telling you what they say about me. They say I'm not compassionate, that I don't care enough about what people, y'all should read some of the stuff I get. I'm telling you what they say about me. That's what they say about me. But I gotta break bread. It's not that I don't care, but trust me when I say this, that God is not moved by your feelings. Trust me when I say this, that your bills are not moved by your feelings. Trust me when I say this, that there's nowhere that for you to have ultimate success is going to be based on what you can produce with your mind and not based on what your emotions say you are. It's not based on what your emotions believe you can fit. It's not even based, I know ladies say it all the time, it's not even always based on your intuition. It's based on you seeking the kingdom and understanding your purpose in life and what problem have you been paid to, what problem have you been sent to solve. Get out of your own way. Meditate so you can move you. You're the only challenge, ladies and gentlemen, that there's a life that eyes have not seen, ears have not heard that's laid up for you, but you got to move your butt. That's a whole nother motivational Monday. You have to move your butt. B-U-T. For some of y'all, it might be B-U-T-T. You got to move your butt so that great I am can awaken your I am so you can begin to manifest your greatness in this earth. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a motivational Monday for the ages. I got so much more I can go on to tonight, but I got to save some of this stuff so I can bring it again. I told y'all, any moment spent with the motivational teacher to the masses will be a bread-breaking, mic-dropping moment. I told y'all, show up. Commit to something. Commit to something day in and day out. Show up on Mondays. Show up on Sundays on Bridge of the Nation. Show up. Give yourself a chance at becoming great. Because listening to this negative music, watching these negative TV shows, is stealing your destiny. It's stealing your greatness. And you're trading it for what? A laugh? So you can gossip at work tomorrow with a bunch of average people? So you can fit in with your family who more bunch of average people? You're trading your greatness. If you're not willing to sacrifice for your goals and dreams, then your goals and dreams become the new sacrifice you place on the altar. That's for free for some of y'all. It's time to take your goals and dreams off the altar and put that lukewarm living, as Vanika would say, on the altar, that I'm going to commit to something. And I'm just telling you that these motivational Mondays are worth committing to. I'm telling you, they're worth, go #1, #2. Go listen to this 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 times until you and this becomes one. Because your greatness requires that you get the right information crossing your synapses so you can make different decisions. I just told you the process right there, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not intentional about your life, somebody else will be intentional about controlling it. You can believe that you're dying. If you're not intentional about controlling your life, I guarantee you your boss will be okay with running your life. I guarantee you that your siblings will be okay with running your life. I guarantee you your spouse or your parent, whoever else will be okay with running your life. But the moment you start meditating, yeah, I'm breaking bread. You meditate and you keep that word in day and night, is the moment you become free. And whom the Son set free is truly free indeed. Pick your head up, ladies and gentlemen. Pick your head up. God dog it. Don't you hold your head down about what you lost. You better pick that head, hold that head up high, and move on towards your blessing, man. Shoot, God dog it. Boy, y'all can make me go in for another 20 minutes right here tonight. You better pick your head up. I don't be whining and crying about what you think you lost, about what you think you lack. All you need is 5 smooth stones. You don't need what you think you need to take down Goliath. You just gotta get your mind involved in the game. Well, they said all I can be is this. I'm telling you, get your head in the game so you can begin to make your way prosperous. I just broke bread. And now this goes down in history as the longest motivational Monday ever. I'm asking y'all, if y'all have not, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Williams Inspires. Like me on Facebook at Williams Inspires. I'm telling you, YouTube was on fire tonight. You're speaking to me tonight. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah, I broke that. I told y'all I had a moment where I could do space and time, and all I saw were the masses in me. And man, I couldn't wait to break this bread up. Hey, man, y'all have been phenomenal tonight. I appreciate you all hanging in with me. You all don't know how much you motivate me. When I see my Aunt Jackie, when I see Marcus, when I see Angelique, when I see Lisa, I see Sheila, I see Joy, I see Vaniqua, you all motivate me. When I see you all chiming into this conversation, I see Q. You motivate me when I see you guys on here. So, man, Pat, I see Pat up there. You all motivate me. So, man, we are a growing community of people waging war on mediocrity. Let's support one another in what we do. Okay? And until next time, I challenge you to wage war on mediocrity. Your boy is out.